look for something here. I thought this chenille was a little bit too big. I have chenille everywhere. I have chenille everywhere. Yeah, now there's audio, yeah. This here is the habanero. This here is a 1/32 ounce. Yeah, I'm doing pretty, oh my goodness, what happened there? I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. There we go. That's our orange, black, and chartreuse. That's a 1/32 ounce. I got a bunch of these to tie up. Hello. Muy caliente. That's not caliente here. It's mucho frescos. How's it going there, David? It's chilly out there. It's not, it's like a, we got a lot of humidity, so it's like kind of a wet chilliness out there. Kind of gets to your bone. Saludos. How's it going there, studio? Oh my goodness, there, yo golly, thank you bunch. Appreciate that a bunch. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just staying busy. Just trying to get a lot of inventory made up. We're getting ready for a tackle show here next week. Today's Wednesday, isn't it? Oh my goodness, thank you there, Todd. There we go. Yep, RubenFloresJigs.com. Okay, yeah. For some reason, I keep thinking today's Thursday, and it's not Thursday. It's only Wednesday. So yeah, next week at this time, my wife and I will be over at, and Pryor will be setting up. Hopefully by this time next week, we'll be done setting up. We'll be getting ready to take stuff over to Pryor Thursday. But I'm doing good. The same there. Yeah, I just keep thinking today's Thursday. I think we're going to have a blast there. There's no telling. I mean, there's no schedule yet that's out. Let me see here on my other phone. Let's see. Let's see if they got the schedule out. Vendor's book here. There is no schedule. I see the floor plan. The Pryor show. Let's click on that. I know Thursday it opens up at 4. It'll be till 8 p.m. Friday it opens up at 11. So Thursday we'll be able to go in there and set up, you know, in the morning, and then in the afternoon we'll start setting up the booth. Or not setting up. We'll be open at 4. Saturday it opens at 9. Sunday it opens up at 9 too. Man, that makes for an early morning. Let's see, are there any? Yeah, there's no schedule there either. Bolt tackle. Oh, schedule. Let's see if they have one up yet. 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. It says coming soon. Yeah, they got the 2024 schedule. Well, that's okay. I'll be ready for whatever they throw at me. Did the messages go away again? How did that happen? Oh, golly, top messages. Okay. Okay. Yeah, earlier the messages went away, and I guess I pressed a button by accident. Now I'm going to be, I want to be worried. Yeah, I don't want that to happen again. And that's probably what happened last week, too. I probably accidentally pressed the button, you know. I'm hoping this tackle show is really good. We've been to a couple that weren't really good. And so a couple of tackle shows we went to, it just, we did not make any money. We spent more money than we actually brought in. These are fishing lures. This is a size 1/32. And you can use these for crappie and perch and bass. You can use them to catch all kinds of fish. Trout, you could also use them for trout fishing. And so what I do is I will pour lead on these molds that have hooks in them, and then I'll pull them out, and then I clean off the heads to where they're pretty smooth, and then I powder coat them with the paint, and then they get baked up, and after that they're ready to start making. Hey there, Gail. I make lures myself. Totally agree on, yeah. Yeah, the first couple of tackle shows my wife and I ever went to, we would hear the old timers, which the old timers then were like my age now, or older, and they would talk about the good old days that they could, you know, they could make 50,000 or 100,000, and that the internet just ruined everything for everybody. But I mean, I liked them. Even though we didn't make money, we got to meet with people, and it's always good to meet with the customers that have been using our products for years. It doesn't pay the bills, but it keeps them happy, and you know, and again, some of these customers that we have, we've had them, you know, for 14, 13 years. They've been buying loyally from us. We have some people I know that they buy a certain time of year, and you know, they may only spend, you know, $30, $40, $50, but they buy the, you know, they'll reload up on lures, and they just continually buy from us. But some of the people that we've seen at shows, it just seemed like they really had a really bad attitude. And which I could kind of understand if you keep doing tackle shows and you're not selling anything. But it's got to be nice and inviting to the customers that come out, you know. And it's not being fake or anything. It's just be nice to everybody. And again, you're not going to make, some of these things, you're not going to make a lot of money, but it sure is a happier time if you're actually making money at these things. If not, you're like, oh man, how are we going to pay this and that off this week? But we're doing okay though. We are going to try to get into that Tulsa, into the Backwoods show that's going to happen at the end of March. My daughter and son-in-law, they're going to have our grandson's birthday party like the first weekend in April. So that helps us out quite a bit. I'd hate to miss my grandson's birthday party. I only have one grandchild, and I'd hate to miss his party, which I would, that's the reason we weren't looking for tackle shows that weekend, but hopefully everything will go good. We did get some new chenille. We have the monkey milk chenille in. We have, which is the New Age chenille. Also the New Age hot pink, and as well as the bleeding shad. And there's some really good colors. And we've sold, I don't know how many packs. We've sold the most chenille in 1 week than we ever have. But here's our this is the monkey milk we have. We also have the New Age hot pink, and then we have the bleeding shad right there. Really good colors. They do come in 3-yard. We sell them by 3-yard packs. Now the other chenille, like the rayon chenille, we sell that in 5 yards. And that comes in 15 feet. But you can use Flow 10, save 10% on our site. That helps out quite a bit. We also have thread, marabou feathers, neck hackle. And this one is the habanero. This is in the top 10 in sales for 2024. My wife ought to be getting back pretty soon. Hey there, Brandon. It's another order tomorrow. 3 orders in a week. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, we've had somebody order as many as 4 orders in 1 week. If you can get to 4 orders, then you'll be tied for the record. We had somebody that was getting ready to fish a tournament, And he would see me tie, and he's like, man, I got to have that one too. And then he would order 2 or 3 packs of the one I was currently tying. And then the next day, he's like, oh, I got to have that one too. And so he did that quite a bit. But on our site, you can use Afterpay. That helps out quite a bit. It makes it to where it's not all coming out at one time. I would DoorDash for jigs. Oh, I lost a feather, and I have no clue at all where it went. This one here again is the habanero. And I'm tying up a bunch of these. I'm going to try to take, I don't know, 15, 20 packs of every color. I don't think I'm going to hit that goal, but it'll be fun trying, I guess. Tonight, I should work late, unless my wife has other plans for me. I should be working here pretty late tonight. On the Splitfires, yeah, those are pretty nice little jigs there. Hello from the Ukraine. How's it going there? Yeah, the Splitfires are good. We just don't really offer them on the site yet. And we're going to probably, when we get back from the tackle show, we'll probably offer them on our website. Right now, I just don't have a lot of those tied up. I probably have 3 or 4 packs of those Splitfires tied up. But we will be in Pryor, Oklahoma from the 13th to the 16th. We'll be there for a tackle show. This here again is the 1/32 ounce habanero, and thank you guys, whoever's hitting the hearts. I appreciate that. all the hearts and the likes. Thank you much. Yep. Be lots of deals and be a lot of jigs. I think we'll probably be having the last couple of tackle shows I've been to, I had probably the largest display of hand-tied lures. There'll be some other hand ties there, but you know, we'll have plenty of selections and sizes for everyone. How's it going, Mr. Todd? You doing all right? Yeah, we'll have a lot of people coming out from different states. Todd will be coming. That's Crystal Dwyer right there. He'll be coming out to the show. Yeah, we'll be taking a lot of jig tying material. We'll be taking a lot of stuff with us. Last year we had a checklist of everything, and I don't think we forgot anything last year. Hey there, John, from rainy Kentucky. It's misting and drizzling here where I'm at. It's actually going to get warmer tonight. We're going to get into the 50s. We've been in the 40s all day. I think we're supposed to get a good southern wind. Oh yeah. It's been drizzling all day. Oh man. $73. Oh, that's pretty nice. It was over 80 degrees the other day. I had to turn on the AC in the shop. I got to check later on Alvy's fishing pole. He ordered it, I'd have to say last week. Could have been the end. It could have been it's probably been about a week and a half. And he hasn't got his 7-foot Ninja rod. I feel bad for him because he broke the other one. I think the hailstorms or the wind or whatever broke his rod. This here's the 1/32 habanero. So your Ninja rods dropped on site 20. It was 20. Yeah, 2024. I can't remember what month we got them in. I know we've had our catfish poles for over a year. I want to say we got our catfish poles at the end of 2023. And then we got our crappie poles. I think we got them either in spring or the end of spring. I have to look back and see when we got them in. We do have another shipment coming sometime for the crappie poles, but it is Chinese New Year, so they're not doing any work on any poles right now. Hey there, Slime Time. I watched your videos. I watched a couple of them. Yeah, that takes some patience to work on those reels. Oh, okay. I'll take a look. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of a horrible story there. That poor guy. Got the mystery box and the 7-foot Ninja on my wish list. Yeah. Oh, Todd has he had ordered custom underspans a while back, and he has a whole spro box dedicated to his spinner baits. I think in my jig boxes, I think I may have probably 3 or 4 spinner baits. He's big at Ministries, yeah. Yeah. Well, he'll probably buy. We're taking spinner baits that we don't even have on the website. We're taking, the Thunderbird, the Gold Mine. We're probably going to put those back on the website sometime. So we are taking some of the spinner baits that we have here in the shop. These here are the habaneros. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe. Yeah, he has a lot. They got a lot of our stuff. What's going to be good is they've used a lot of our lures and rods and fishing line and stuff, and so they'll be able to help out in the booth and help sell some of the product. On the rods, or what? On the rods, you can ask Oklahoma Dirt. I'll always give you a biased comment. But on the rods, I'd probably liken it to maybe, I had been using, before we had our rods made, an Outlaw pole, or kind of the same action on some of the B&M poles, but just it's, you know, they weigh a little bit less. Yeah. I fish for crappie and sand bass, and I do that with our crappie poles. And then I fish for catfish, paddlefish, things of that sort. But we do have our own brand of catfish poles and also crappie poles too. We do have our own fishing line too. It's Flowcast. Our Flowcast brand is for the rods and, you know, stuff like the hooks and fishing line. I'd probably liken it to also maybe a Fenwick rod, you know, an ultralight. Yeah, right now there's striker rods. They are 30% off, and you can catch big catfish with them. They are medium heavy action, and you can catch big fish with those rods. The handles on the Mad Cats are thicker than our rods on our catfish poles. Hey there, Caden. How's it going? We got a new ultralight rod. That's pretty cool. Again, this is the Habanero 1/32 ounce. Are they really, Brandon? Yep. Yeah, I don't really care for mosquitoes or anything like that. I'm not a... Yep, top water's around the corner. Got to match the hatch. Yep, he's always watching. Yeah, don't cuss in here. No cussing. No cussing. It's the insinuation. I tell you what, one of the things that I haven't cussed in years. I don't really cuss at all, but I know I remember hearing, and I'm not going to say his name because I don't like. I'll throw out some names, but on this person that I know, I've known him for a couple of years. We're kind of friends. We're kind of both into the crappie world. And he's around my age. I think he's actually a couple years younger than me. But he was at a tackle show, and he was up on the stage and he was talking about being a promoter. And he had given some advice to a younger person. And again, I don't know when he's talking about this younger person, how old the guy was or anything. For all I know, the guy could have been 35 years old. But he was like, he did have a friend that was into promoting, and he had heard the story from him, but he kind of agreed with it. And again, this is a famous fisherman. This guy's name is like everywhere in the fishing world. And I'm kind of honored to be a friend of his. But he was talking to the crowd in this audience and telling this story. He said, most of the really good promoters out there that promote products, they don't say any bad words. They don't cuss in private. They don't cuss in public. And he said, if you matched a person that has bad language against a person that has good language, and they both talk really well, that the person that doesn't have any cuss words in his vernacular will always prosper and make more money and do better than the person that cusses. And so, I don't cuss or anything like that, but there's just little tips and things that you learn along the way, Yeah, and I don't cuss because I'm a Christian and I haven't cussed in years, It's just one of them things. I used to be really, I would not just cuss, I used to be really, I guess you call it perverted or just really lewd in conversation. Yeah, there's no need. I remember it was Troy Aikman years ago. He got into, I think it was when he first got on Monday Night Football. I think that was his first gig, or it could have been Fox. I can't remember what channel he was on. But he was just fresh out of playing football. And he had talked about not saying bad words. And again, I don't know Troy Aikman personally. I don't know if, in private he's, saying GD this or blank this, blank that, But he had heard a commentator once accidentally say a bad word in public. And his thing was, if you cuss in private, it's going to slip out. It's in you. And it comes down to that Bible verse that everything that's in you is eventually going to come out. Everything that you do in secret, at one point, it's going to end up coming out, I know a cuss in my streams. It's been a horrible habit. Yeah. My habit after I came to Christ, it was one of them things to where I don't think again, there've been words that, there's been words that people trick me into saying ever since I started doing live stream. And I'm reading a comment, and as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, did I just say what I thought I said? So, but other than that, I just don't. And again, I'm not trying to correct anybody's life, or it's just one of them things. It's just, you know, it's a good habit to not have. Okay, we're going to go to the next color here. We're going to go to the next color. We're going to go, let me go grab some of these robin's egg greens. You can't, kids are in the industry, LOL. It's an example by, yeah, and it's just that way. And it used to be a long time ago that you don't cuss in front of women and children. And man, have the times changed. It you know, these days you got women and children that are cussing just as bad as the guys used to. But I would always, even though when I used to cuss a long time ago, I just didn't feel comfortable saying any bad words in front of my mom or my dad, you know, for that fact too. My dad never really, you know, had bad language or anything. But it came to a point, I remember, even before I became a Christian, I was at a friend of mine at his house, and his wife, I'm not going to mention them by name, but his wife was like, you know, Ruben, you know, you need to just tone it down. And then her husband, which is one of my best friends, had said, yeah, Ruben, he goes, I don't know if anybody's ever told you, but man, it's just really bad. He goes, I don't know where that stuff's coming from. You know, if that stuff's in your head, you got a pretty sick head. Yeah, they used to just be normal for me too. Yeah. It just was part of it. I worked with construction guys, and it was just you know, it just always flew out of my mouth, you know, and man, and with me, with having a sense of humor or trying to have a sense of humor, it just seems like I tried to turn everything into a joke, and sometimes the jokes really got really bad, you know. But let me go grab some other jig heads here. I'll be right back. So I'm going to be getting some of these 1/32 ounce heads and some 1/16 ounce. Oh my goodness, did I just crack the cup? I sure did. I don't know my own strength. These jig heads that I'm getting are the robin's egg blue, and they're for the monkey milk. We're going to tie up some monkey milks. But no, it's just one of them things. You know, I know that in some people's homes and stuff, they talk a certain way, and you know, they're just in an environment where it's always, you know, that nobody thinks about it, you know. And it didn't. And the cool thing about this, there was no really preaching that took place to get me away from cussing or anything. It was just one of them things that when I got saved, it just went away. And I know it doesn't work that way for everybody, you know, but in my case, it worked that way. It just was one of them things that just didn't, when I got saved, it was just, you know, it just disappeared. I didn't even think about it even, you know, because well, I take that back. I did cuss right after I got saved, but it was probably 30 minutes to an hour after I got saved. Um, and I remember meeting, I just gave my life to Christ. And afterwards, there was I don't know if it was assistant pastor or youth pastor. And he was like, man, you look really happy. And I was glowing after I became a Christian. I was like, we're just really filled up with just life and the Holy Spirit. And he's like, how are you doing? And yeah, that's a box of feathers. Yeah, I got, I don't know, 20 boxes of them. I got a bunch of feathers. And he's like, he said, what just happened? And I said, I can't believe I just blankety blank got saved, and my blankety blank heart is filled up with the Holy Spirit, and I'm born again. And I'm standing in the hallway, and these heads started turning. No, you're fine. But that was that. And after that, I didn't cuss anymore. After that, I just never, just cared about it anymore. Not everything bad went away, but yeah, I was like, I can't believe I blankety blank got saved, and I gave my blankety blank heart to the Lord, and I'm so blankety blank filled up with the Holy Spirit, and I was just really excited, and his eyes lit up, and people walking by were turning heads, and I, it's just crazy stuff, guys. Okay, we're going to go down here now. Yeah, I gotta, yeah. I just one of them things. I think my wife just got home. I'll tie up a couple of these. Oh man. Yeah, this one's going to taper down when it gets wet because those feathers there are shorter, and there's a lot of static to this one, so. Hey there, Bravo. How's it going there? Do I remember? Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember good these days. Oh, you are? I haven't had collard greens in a long time. Been a long time since I've had some of them. How long do you cook yours for? My wife will make them every now and then. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm having a pretty good day. This one here is the monkey milk. Yeah, this is our monkey milk lure. It's a pretty good lure. And to be honest with you, I wanted to introduce a lure to our site that had a powder blue head. And at the time, I thought, well, that monkey milk color will go good with it. Well, you know, and I've been needing a blue lure for a long time. So I just went ahead and made it with the robin's egg blue. I mean, this lure would also look good with the pink head too. Oh yeah. I appreciate everybody in the live. Make sure to subscribe and like. Subscribe and like. This is a pretty cool color though. No, she doesn't sell them. She just makes them for us, and it's really good. She'll make them for us every now and then. She loves baking, and so I do get spoiled with cookies and breads, and she'll make rolls too. Her mom makes really good dinner rolls. A lot of times we'll eat dinner rolls for, you know, special occasions at her house. And my wife, you know, she likes doing things like that. She'll make tortillas and stuff by scratch. Don't like that feather. Some of these feathers are kind of really frizzy. Way too frizzy for me. Not me, but I'm trying something out. Yeah. I like collards. They're good. A lot of times we do it with a ham, bunch of onions. Really good eating. I don't think I'd ever eaten them before I met my wife. Uh-oh. Yep. Yep, crappie jigs or flies, crappie jigs, they're both yep, these are in the fly family. I never knew these were in the fly family till it was the flea fly company. And I'm like, why are they calling them flies? And it's because they're in the fly family. And then a lot of people that are in Europe and stuff like that, some of them would call these flies too. And then I started reading up more on it, and I thought, well, it's a hand-tied lure, and all hand-tied lures are in the fly family. So Okay, guys, I'm going to take a break here. My wife just got home, and there's this cabinet that just came in. I don't know if she's going to try to tackle it on her own or if my son's going to work on it. So I'm going to go try to find out something, see what's going on here. So we'll be seeing you guys in a little bit. And thank you guys for watching. And I will be back. We'll catch you guys a little bit. Thank you. Bye-bye.